Well, hello everyone! Here's a new chapter of my Farren Kingdom story. Last time, Lovisa and Willow set off to find Lawrence the Wizard Owl in his tower, after news that he hadn't been well, losing feathers. What they found was a human Lawrence. Here the story continues. Lawrence sat down angrily on his bed, upset over his mysterious illness. He had lost all his own owl feathers. Feathers covered the floor of his bedroom tower as his guests waded through them to find him. He sighed sadly and looked at his hands. "I was so proud of my plumage. My owl is gone, quite possibly forever," he said. Willow sat next to him and comforted him with reassuring words. He was no different other than appearance. He was still the amazing Lawrence the whole kingdom knew of. His great deeds would not end because he had transformed to a human. He looked down. There was a paper ripped from a notebook laying beside him on the bed. He picked it up. It slipped from his fingers. He was so confused about how to use his new human hands. He got hold of the slip of parchment and unraveled it. It was dark ink and cursive. He read it out loud to the couple and Finian, his little fox-like friend. Owl's transformation. A well-misunderstood blessing. This occurrence of losing feathers is not uncommon, especially those with the bloodline of wizards. There will come a time and place where a wizard transforms to its newer and necessary form of being in order to solve all his or her magical duties. Being able to fly is one thing desired by almost all, yet one wizard is still able to. "What?" he said. "It may come as a shock to one with newly changed appearance and structure, yet with this spell and feather, one is able to reawaken the wings which allowed them to fly." Lawrence stopped reading and pulled out from a small sliver of paper a red feather. He spoke. "A phoenix feather? Oh my, I recognize it. It comes from one magical accompanying companion from my family for centuries. It is said he lives forever unless his fire burns completely out. His fire, though, burns not to a wizard's touch. This feather would feel very hot to any of you, yet for me, is just a feather. I must keep this with me." He put it safely in a small jar with a rustic cork and slipped it in his pocket. As soon as he did, he was pushed wildly from where he was sitting. Wings sprouted back out of his back. He flung to the ground with a terrified expression. "Ah! Oh goodness! Yes, this is wonderful! They came back! I can fly again!" Willow watched as this entire thing played through. She took notes rapidly in her journal. To be continued.